Kind of a game we expected in regards to a highly competitive game too. I felt like fairly even teams. When you look at it on paper, we know last year we didn't go up there and really play well at all, and then they beat us down. But knowing that coming out this year and being able to step on the field ready and going at it with who we had, we felt confident. We just didn't play as clean as we needed to earn the win today. And a few things kind of escaped us at times, and against a good team, an experienced team, they took advantage of that, and obviously St. Joe's is that, and I appreciate our guys' ability to take some of their punches early and respond and to go into halftime tied up, and I thought we came out of halftime with decent energy, but again we got to be able to sustain that and play that way for a complete game.
Yeah, Coach, in that first half going into the second half, you kind of took the punches from the face-offs, and you actually all had the lead. What were some of the adjustments you all were making, even though those face-offs were kind of in St. Joseph's favor?
I thought Matt was doing a good job actually earning the clamp, and trying to get possession. Their guy was countering a lot and getting the ball tied up. Matt wasn't able to get out clean. I wasn't overly excited about our wing play. That's where I felt like we weren't great there. We weren't tracking the ball when we weren't able to come out with it clean. So we wanted to obviously be better there and be more focused on that. And I don't think we really dialed in as well as we needed to.
Coach Nick DeMeo had a really nice game out here on your offense today, also from your second midfield. Your offense had some pretty good plays today against a pretty good defensive team.
Yeah, we got pumping in 9 goals in the half is solid. Unfortunately, we let the other team do the same thing, and both teams were kind of sitting back in the zone and making you have to kind of work a little bit more and think a little bit more. So, personnel-wise, that changes up some things that we do just with our guys. So, made us have to adjust a little bit. I felt like we rushed a couple possessions in that. Early in that fourth quarter, which wasn't helpful, but yeah, just having the opportunity to kind of have that balanced offense is really what we're looking for.
So first quarter, you had those 2 penalties to end that first quarter. What were your thoughts? Because it put you guys down a man for those last 3 minutes basically. So what were your thoughts during that time?
That was a tough stretch for sure. We've been in that situation in scrimmages, or actually. Sorry, it was against Mount St. Mary's, our last game. We were in that situation. Again, you want to get a stop and then try to have your offense kill as much as they can with that. So it's part of the game, and we've been prepared for it. So again, you don't want to do that in any game, especially against a tough team like St. Joe's, and with a great face-off guy that they have. But again, I think we only gave up 1 goal in that 3-minute span, which. You don't want to give up any, but that's a little bit of a silver lining in that. So it was a credit to our defense and offense when we did get it to kind of possess it. So.
And in that fourth quarter, there was you guys St. Joseph's had a penalty too. In that final stretch. What do you guys think you could have done to capitalize a bit more off of that? In those final minutes.
We got a good look. Kyle skipped it down. I think it was Kyle skipped it down to Alex. Alex got a good look. The tough part. With those guys, within our men up, him, Alex, Reed, and Rooster, they come in off the bench. We didn't have a man up until that time. I think St. Joe's had a 3-0 advantage until late in the fourth quarter and extra man. So those guys came in cold. Alex had a good opportunity. I think their goalie maybe scouted. When it gets to that pipe, what's going to happen? He collapsed on the shot. Deflected off his leg. Alex had a good redirect. We scrapped and were able to get the ball back and came out of the timeout. We just didn't generate, obviously as good a quality shot as we needed to score, and be able to kind of, chew that deficit back a little bit.
So at the beginning of the second half, you guys took a lead. I wanted to know, what do you think you could have done to capitalize on that lead that you guys took in the beginning of the second half?
I think just played smarter. I think that was something that got away from us. With a couple of possessions. Defensively, a couple of possessions there, just not being able to protect the lead. And lock it down and just play that much better. I think quickly looking back at it, obviously without seeing the film yet, that's what it felt like. We just had a couple poor decisions on both ends of the field, letting them kind of creep back into it. There was never a point where, it was, a huge, daunting deficit. Both teams were going back and forth, trading punches, lead change here. So I think, again, it's just playing smarter, and I don't think we did a great job off the face-off X per se, or in the middle of the field there off the face-offs to really try to, keep possession in our favor and make them chase us around a little bit more.
And what do you think are some things you guys are going to, try and work on before this game, this upcoming game at Richmond?
Yeah, well, we're going to look at the film. We got to evaluate that. It gave us some good looks at what we're doing man-to-man as well as zone, both ends of the field, offensively and defensively. Our 10-man ride, I thought, was decently successful. Unfortunately, they got a three-quarter field goal against us, in that. And our guy was there to block it, and it just kind of trickled in around him. So I think we still could have, we could have kept a little bit more pressure on them, with a little bit more hustle. So we got to look at that and see if that's something that we can obviously help. But wing play, I think we got to continue to work on. Matt's doing a good job at the X. We got to do a better job supporting them there and earning some possessions off the ground balls.